Everybody. So in this video, we are going to discuss some enzymes that are found in the pancreas that are released to break down specific parts of our food. So we're going to talk about how the pancreas releases enzymes to break down proteins. That's the first one we're going to focus on right now, as well as lipids and carbohydrates. So first, let's start off with the proteins. So how do you break down proteins in the small intestine? Right, that's what we're going to be focusing on. So our pancreas is going to release these enzymes to break down proteins that are in our small intestine. First step, our pancreas is going to release trypsinogen. So trypsinogen is the first enzyme, and it doesn't do anything yet. So trypsinogen cannot break down proteins until after it gets into the small intestine and interacts with enterokinase. Once this happens, the trypsinogen is transformed into the active version known as trypsin. Now we can begin breaking down proteins. Specifically, trypsin is going to be important because it's going to convert other inactive enzymes into active enzymes. So in other words, if you have trypsin, you can convert the inactives into the active enzymes, which will break down proteins. So it's two steps. Step one, you turn trypsinogen into trypsin. And then step two, you use trypsin to turn these two hormones into their active forms. Once you do that, now we can break down some proteins in the small intestine. Next up, we want to break down starch, which is our carbohydrates, and lipids, which are our fats. We have two major hormones for this. Pancreatic amylase, as we talked about amylase before, this is used to break down starches. And then pancreatic lipase, it's in the name, lipase, lipid, and that'll break down the lipids. Also note, if you don't remember from last course, if you ever see ACE, anything that ends with ACE is an enzyme. Anything that ends in OSE, OSE, is a sugar or carbohydrate. So with that said, when you're talking about lipid digestion in the small intestine, primarily this is done through the emulsification of the lipids using bile salts from the gallbladder, right? So the gallbladder is going to release bile, and from there it's going to help to emulsify, or in other words, um, stretch out, if you will, the lipids. They have more of a surface area for lipases to break down to. So really, you need both of these things to break down fats. So there are multiple parts to breaking down these biomolecules. At this point, if you have any questions, please let me know.